And we welcome you here to Burlington, New Jersey, home of the Doane Academy Spartans, as we have a doubleheader today of JV and varsity basketball action. It's the Cinnaminson Pirates and the Doane Academy Spartans. I'm Ethan Carpenter on the Play-by-Play Sports Network alongside Ethan Lefowitz, who is running camera for us today as Cinnaminson controls here from the opening tip. Zion Foy to the corner to Sadi Gantz. Gantz, one of the two-way players for Cinnaminson, plays JV and varsity as an early turnover. Good defense by the Spartans. They'll get the ball here to start. Doane Academy coached by Chris Scott, a 1-1 record thus far this season, as Miles Clement has it. Pass inside to Anthony Fusco, one of the Fusco brothers here on JV, as a drive in for two by Sadi Gantz to get the scoring started here tonight. This is Shane Congleton, younger brother of former Doane Academy Spartan Sean Congleton, as a turnover there out of bounds back to the Pirates. Christian Olivieri was the intended receiver of that pass into the post. Off the screen, Colin Parrish, the pass back to Gantz, and he'll go right back to Parrish. The kick out to Foy for three. That one's wide right, and rebound inside is collected by Miles Clement, who head coach Chris Scott told me has very good fundamentals in the post, and that undoubtedly makes him a very good rebounder. Good footwork for this JV squad, as that three is no good, off to the left by Shane Congleton. Congleton not afraid to shoot for Doane Academy. Good range does the freshman guard have, as he will take the inbounds pass for the Spartans. Here's Clement working inside, loses control, and fighting for it. Congleton comes out with the extended rebound. Congleton driving to his left, his natural position as a lefty, but no good on the layup, and Sean Gallagher the rebound for the Pirates. Gantz up ahead. Here is Parrish. Zion Foy at the controls for the Pirates. Off the screen, here's Gant from the left wing. Foy, nice move. Going to the cup, tries to lay it up with his right hand. Good defense by the Spartans. Congleton will push. It's an open three for the Spartans. Up and good. Ant Fusco from downtown. And the Spartans get on the board, leading 3-2. Parrish tries to make a move, and a foul called on Congleton. So that's what head coach Chris Scott told me before this game, that Congleton is a very tough player, even as a freshman, not afraid to play that press defense, and a little too physical there on that last possession. Here is Foy again. Couple high screens here early for the Pirates. This is Gantz, free throw line, and he was looking for Matt McCloskey. Out of bounds, a turnover for Cinnaminson. So a couple turnovers back and forth here early, as we're a few minutes into the first quarter here from Burlington. Here's Clement. Holds that ball high, trying to find a teammate, and a foul called on McCloskey. So Olivieri working, trying to get that position at the high post for the Spartans. And good vision by Clement to try and find him. And now on the inbounds for the Spartans, Clement able to get room inside, a pump fake driving left. And out of bounds, the turnover, Davis Alston. Tried to find room to get that pass off. Another turnover, back and forth we go with 4.5 minutes approaching here in the first quarter. Sadi Gant. Driving right, good job by the Spartans closing off the passing lanes. Gant for three. No, a travel. So Gant trying to collect himself on the left wing. Took an extra step as both teams look to settle down and stop the turnovers here in this JV matchup. And a nice drive into the paint, no good, too strong by Olivieri. Gant will push. Gant, nice finish with the right hands in transition, and Cinnaminson takes the lead right back. Ant Fusco driving to his right, too short there. Ball squirts free, picked up by Doane, now taken away by Cinnaminson. Good hands by the Pirates on the defensive end. This is Gant. And there's a baseline jumper for Sean Gallagher, no good. And rebound collected by Doane. Josh Daly. Both these teams not afraid to put up shots from the outside here early. As I say that, a nice drive by Sean Gallagher inside for two. And Cinnaminson doubling up Doane 6-3 here in the early going from Burlington. We'll take a quick audio break and be right back. And we welcome you back. Play-by-play Productions bringing you JV basketball. 6-3 lead for Cinnaminson. Head coach Chris Scott calls the early timeout for the home Spartans as Congleton pulls up with the lefty jumper from the elbow. No good. High rebound to Sean Gallagher. Here comes Foy pushing in transition. Good inside-out dribble, pump fake from the baseline. No good. Fight for the rebound inside. A strong putback is no good. Clement gets the rebounds, and Doane will retake possession, but good work by Sean Gallagher inside on the offensive boards for Cinnaminson. Ant Fusco trying to find a lane to Clement, and it's taken away by Gallagher. Good defense by number 21. He'll take it in transition. Good feed out to the right wing for three, and that is nothing but net for Colin Parrish. Parrish's first points of this contest. Driving baseline, trying to find a lane. Foul is called. Olivieri trying to get an angle for that shot. And the foul is called on Matt McCloskey. It'll be his second foul, so now substitutions for head coach Chuck Casey and Cinnaminson. They will send in number 22, Mike McDevitt, his first substitution into the contest. Fusco will take a seat for the Spartans. As Olivieri for three, that's good. Christian Olivieri showing his jumper from the outside. 9-6 now is the lead for Cinnaminson, coming up on 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Foy takes the high screen, and that'll switch Clement onto him. And away they go here from the top of the key. Foy to the left baseline for three, no good. Fight inside, rebound to Sadi Gant. Here's Colin Parrish driving right, absorbs the contact, too strong. Ball is free, and it's picked up by Doane. Alston with a nice spinning move here in transition, and Congleton now will slow it down for this Doane offense. Congleton, nice feed inside, a near and one opportunity. Christian Olivieri will head to the free throw line for the Spartans. And right there you see the good vision by Shane Congleton. I'm talking with both Coach Scott and Coach Williamson, the head coach of Doane's varsity team here. Congleton is definitely going to be a huge part of this program in the years to come. Already as a freshman, making really good plays, and you see his vision on display there as the second free throw by Olivieri is no good off the offensive glass. Alston can't get it to go. Olivieri right there, and he'll lay it up and in, so a 3-point possession there for Christian Olivieri, who's now up to 6 points in this contest. Gantz pulls up just inside the three-point line, and in and out goes that one, and Doane will take possession back. So you see Cinnaminson, a lot of high screens for Sadi Gantz, who has seen some varsity action this year. Coach Casey saying of this Cinnaminson team, a lot of young players, no upperclassmen on this team, as Olivieri, far side corner, no good. Clement on the offensive glass gets it taken away. It's blocked, and Cinnaminson gathers the rebounds. This is Jake Parrish up ahead to Colin Parrish. And foul called on Doane. A couple people there in the vicinity of that call. And with 36 seconds left, Cinnaminson will throw it in from the baseline, trying to get it to Gant. Good defense there by Congleton. As we are locked at 9 here in the waning seconds of the first quarter. McDevitt to Parrish, fading away baseline, and that's good. So a turnaround for Colin Parrish gives the Pirates an 11-9 lead, and we'll see if Congleton and the Doane offense will hold for one shot as we approach the end of the first quarter here from Burlington. Congleton tries to get that one through to Alston, and it is taken away, and a foul on Davis Alston. So both teams called for quite a bit of fouls here early, 4 for Cinnaminson and 3 for Doane Academy. But aggressive defense on both sides. A nice pass by Gant, and rolling to the rim, Sean Gallagher deposits 2. 13-9 as Congleton puts it up, and it's no good. So at the end of the first quarter here from Doane Academy, it is Cinnaminson 13, Doane 9. We'll be back for the second quarter of action after this. Second quarter of action underway here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Ethan Carpenter with you this afternoon. A 13-9 lead for the visiting Cinnaminson Pirates. As now into the game for the first time for Doane Academy, 31 Nick Fusco, who's coming off an ACL injury. You see the brace on his left leg as a travel is called on Christian Olivieri, who handled a lot of the scoring for Doane in the first quarter. He still trails by 4. Here's Foy over to Jake Parrish. Good defense by Fusco. And a travel. Travel's called on Jake Parrish, courtesy of the defense from Nick Fusco in his first action of this ball game. Fusco with a bright future here at this Doane program. Nice inside-out move going left, and the foul is called. And that's what it takes. So you come back from the ACL injury, he gets that first. He's able to absorb the contact, get right back up, and that's got to do a lot for his confidence. As Fusco will look to get on the board here for Doane. So Josh Daly, Shane Congleton, Miles Clement, and Christian Olivieri and Nick Fusco are the 5 in the game for Doane Academy here to start the second quarter. Mike McDevitt trying to get that pass off. Just gets to Jake Parrish as Cinnaminson tries to get into their offense. Foul is called before Colin Parrish could get that 3 off, and it's actually an offensive foul. Misread the call there. Doane gets it back. So the defense has picked up here in the second quarter for Doane, thanks in large part to Nick Fusco, who now is open for 3, and Fusco knocks it down. So 4 quick points for Nick Fusco here in the early going. Almost taken away by Josh Daly. The jab step baseline floater is good by Jake Parrish. And both offenses now trying to pick up here in the second after a little bit of a slow start in the first quarter for both teams. Fusco a deep 3. And that's a heat check for him there. Rebound to Cinnaminson. Near side corner 3 is up and good. Mike McDevitt. 5-point lead for Cinnaminson. Approaching 2 minutes into the second quarter. Congleton directing traffic. Steps back. Is short. Olivieri tried to get there on the offensive board. Cinnaminson will push. McDevitt inside. Finish, an offensive foul. Right place, right time for Nick Fusco. The sophomore absorbs the contact and takes the charge, and Doane will get it back. So Miles Clement will check out, and into the game, Davis Alston, who got some good minutes in the first quarter of action. Congleton for 3. And that's good. So the 3-point shooting coming alive for Doane here in the second quarter. Foy trying to direct traffic. Just gets it past mid-court. Nice move inside. And Colin Parrish able to lay it up off the glass. Fusco looking for more. Drives left to Olivieri, corner 3. Just off the front of the rim. Long rebound out to Foy. Foy makes a move at midcourt. Nice pass to the free throw line. Back outside for 3. And wide left for Jake Parrish. Offensive rebound, though. Foy squares 3. No good, out of bounds. With both of these teams in attack mode here in the first half as the other Fusco brother, Ant Fusco, checks in, number 22 for Doane Academy. Congleton pulls up, hand in his face. Good defense by Zion Foy to get a hand on that shot. Foy ahead on the fast break, tries to go behind the back. And Ant Fusco called for the foul. So this Cinnaminson team really getting out in transition fast here in the first half, flipping defense to offense. very quickly for Chuck Casey's squad. And has tried to do the Euro step was Sean Gallagher, and here come the Spartans. Olivieri over to Nick Fusco, nice pump fake, strong finish at the rim. And it's down to a 2-point deficit now as Doane climbing back into this one. Laser pass ahead for Cinnaminson. Here is Mike McDevitt, and a travel call on Jake Parrish. A good job by the guards for Cinnaminson to keep their eyes up and really push this ball ahead. As we are now at the halfway point here in the second quarter. Fusco thinking about it, over to Josh Daly. Olivieri squares up for three. And Congleton pokes it away, puts it up, and he'll go to the free throw line. So Shane Congleton rewarded for his efforts on the defensive side. And that play looks a little familiar for head coach Chris Scott. He was telling me that, you know, Congleton has a great attitude, play the play, just always fighting. And in one of the previous games for this team, he remembers he had the ball taken away from him at half court a few times, which happens in the, you know, throughout the game. And Congleton just got right back on defense and actually blocked the shot, pinned it on the backboard. So Congleton is just one of the more tough players on this team, and you see it there as both free throws are good. We are tied at 20 now here in the second. As that layup is up and in for Colin Parrish. And Andrew Zemecki, 0-0 for Cinnaminson, checks in for the first time here tonight. And another three by the lefty, Nick Fusco. Putting his range on display here as Doane takes the lead right back, 23-22. We'll take a quick timeout. And we're back here in the second quarter, so both offenses came to play here in the second period of action. It was a 13-9 game, and now 23-22 as Doane ramps up the defensive energy, playing some full court as Olivieri nearly gets the steal. Zemecki the pass inside for Cinnaminson. No foul called there as the ball goes out of bounds. So good position for a potential layup there by Jake Parrish as Cinnaminson tried to break through that Doane press. Fusco is locked on Zion Foy. And Zemecki's called for the moving screen. You can clearly tell for Cinnaminson that's a huge part of their offense, these high screens to get their guards like Zion Foy and Sadi Gantz, kind of get them to break the defense down a little bit and get inside the paint. But Zemecki moving his feet too much on that one. Floating away, foul is called. Josh Daly didn't get it off before the whistle. Foul is on the floor. And 1-1 is the call. The foul is on Sean Gallagher. It's his first foul for Cinnaminson. Cinnaminson 9 fouls here in the first half to only 4 for Doane. So Josh Daly on the front end of the 1-1 is true. And Daly goes 2 for 2 with the line. So Daly and Congleton, the two freshmen that really get a lot of minutes for this JV team as Foy breaks the press for Cinnaminson, making his way inside. Nice pass over to the right block. And Gallagher puts in 2 to make this a 1-point game with 2.5 to go here in the second quarter. Nick Fusco thinking about another 3. He'll step back and pull up from the baseline. Too strong. But you got to like the confidence from Nick Fusco, the sophomore off the injury, not afraid to step back and pull up from beyond as we have substitutions now. Cinnaminson, it's going to be Matt McCloskey getting some more action for the Pirates. McCloskey joins Sean Gallagher, Jake Parrish, Zion Foy, and Colin Parrish as the 5 for the Pirates here in their road black jerseys with red trim today as another pass beating the break for Cinnaminson. And right off the bench, Matt McCloskey gets 2. So back and forth we go on the seesaw, 26-25 the lead for the Pirates. Olivieri can't handle the pass, finally gets on it. Doane offense trying to get some composure here, as Ant Fusco will work from the left wing, and the 3 too strong for Josh Daly. Another offensive rebound, and Congleton puts it through, and Doane takes a 1-point lead. Cinnaminson breaks the press again, and one opportunity for the Pirates, Sean Gallagher. And Cinnaminson putting on a clinic on how to break a full court press. And now an opportunity to take a 2-point lead here in the final moments of the first half. Good game here so far through the first 2 quarters as Fusco tried to get that pass cross court, and Anthony Fusco knocks it out of bounds. Cinnaminson will keep it. A good job by the Pirates playing the passing lanes. Parrish open, 3, long. Congleton the rebound. Congleton will push. He's got numbers. Up ahead, Daly, easy layup with the right hands. So the 2 freshmen, Congleton and Daly, working the fast break with ease as we are now under 1 minute to go here in the first half. Fusco, good defense, and Cinnaminson gets through inside. And the floater no good, foul on the floor. Foul is on Congleton, and the last thing you want here if you're head coach Chris Scott is to have Congleton get in foul trouble late in the first half. Congleton does have 3. We'll see if he stays in this game, and he will. As Victor Rozier will check in for the first time for Doane Academy. And Daly swats that out of bounds. Cinnaminson will keep it. Good defense by the freshman. Pass can't get through. This is Nick Fusco now on the fast break for Doane. Ooh, a nice cross to his right. The lefty will pull up. Too strong off the back of the rim. Cinnaminson will take it, and a foul called in transition. Now 1-1 for Cinnaminson as Doane picks up their 7th team foul of the contest. Scoreboard says it is the first foul on Nick Fusco, as Daly gets that to go in off the front of the rim on the front end of the 1-and-1. As we are locked at 29, and now Cinnaminson takes a 1-point lead. So we'll see if Doane holds here in the final 20 seconds here of the first half, as Nick Fusco driving in absorbs the contact. No call, but a nice finish by the sophomore. A 1-point lead now for Doane. Foy, open 3. Congleton blocks it. Fusco tries to get it in transition, and that is how we will end the first half here from Burlington. So very competitive contest here in the first game of our JV varsity doubleheader from Doane Academy. It's Doane 31, Cinnaminson 30. And after a short break, we'll be back with the second half. And time for the second half here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Ethan Carpenter with you here. It's a 31-30 ball game as we get ready for the final 16 minutes of action. Both teams really woke up on the offensive side of the floor in the second quarter, led specifically by the transition game for Cinnaminson, really getting out and running on the fast break. And they start with the ball here in the second. Pass outside to Foy for three. That's short. And the rebound to Doane Hawaii. His first action here in this contest tonight. That's Alston over to Ant Fusco. Hawaii inside has it taken away. Good defense by Sadi Gant, and he'll push. Gant makes a move to his right. Strong drive inside. Offensive board, no. And the Pirates really working the offensive glass. Gant pulls up for three. And that's like a veteran move you see in the NBA, being able to draw fouls from beyond the arc. And Gant does it just that, and he will get presumably three at the line. Foul called on Davis Alston. It's going to be his second now for Doane. And again, the one thing to watch is Shane Congleton had 3 fouls in the first half. Congleton starts the second half on the bench. Now, don't imagine that will be for very long as Miles Clement and Nick Fusco check in for Doane. So it's Clement, both Fusco brothers, and Doane Hawaii alongside Josh Daly in the front court for Doane as Hawaii gets the long rebound for the Spartans. Fusco, lefty pass ahead. Daly able to pull it down. Fusco wide right on the three. Gant, nice move driving right, finishes, but they're going to call that one on the floor, but good job by Sadi Gant to work through the contact. And really just depending on the night. I feel like sometimes that'll be called for an and one, but not tonight as we are locked at 31 here in the third quarter. Foy over to Colin Parrish. Nick Fusco with good defense. Gant goes the opposite direction of the screen and puts it up and in. And then now a 2-point lead for Cinnaminson. Fusco tries to make a move. Zion Foy nearly gets it, and Hawaii now with it for Doane. And we'll see the call here. This could go either way. And they're going to call the block on Sean Gallagher. So Gallagher was not able to beat Hawaii to the spot. And now timeout is called on the floor, and maybe you could hear because there's not many fans in here, or there's not any because no spectators allowed due to the transmission of the Omicron variant of the coronavirus. But head coach Chris Scott telling Hawaii to just go up with that one. You'll have a chance to put that up and maybe get an and one opportunity as Hawaii kind of got caught under the rim in transition. But really the whole front court for this JV team for Doane, good footwork. Both big men, Doane Hawaii and Miles Clement, have done a good job inside here tonight. As Clement will take the inbounds baseline pass for Doane. 6:19 left in the third. Fusco catches the Cinnaminson defense napping, and they tie it at 33. Good awareness by the sophomore. Colin Parrish. Good defense by Doane. Nick Fusco again, right in front of Foy. This is Gant for three, short. Good job by Daly to get a hand in his face. Doane will push. Trying to break the tie. Ant Fusco over to his brother, Nick. Pump fake. Hawaii taken away by Foy. So this is looking a lot like the first quarter where both defenses played well, as a pull-up jumper is clean for Colin Parrish. So Zion Foy, who has gotten a lot of steals on defense tonight, he's played very good defense, called for the reach-in. Nick Fusco pulls up from beyond, rattles it home. And Doane retakes the lead by 1. Fusco initiates the double. Foy trying to answer from beyond, no good. Rebound to Daly. Shane Congleton still on the bench with those 3 fouls with 4.5 minutes left here in the third. Pull up for Nick Fusco, no good. Rebound to Hawaii, no. But good work on the offensive glass by the Spartans. 3 in transition, no good. Hawaii the board. So approaching the halfway point here in the third. Fusco will pull up again, and that was good. Wow, what a shot by Nick Fusco. And a 4-point lead now for Doane. And Coach Casey wants to talk things over with the Pirates, as Doane trying to get some separation here in the second half. We'll be back after this. Out of the timeout, Cinnaminson now suddenly trailing by 4. As foul called on, I believe, Nick Fusco. But Fusco with back-to-back 3-pointers. Well, he hit 2 of his last 3 here in the third to open up this lead, as Fusco, yes, is called for the foul. The 3rd team foul here in the quarter for Doane. It's the 2nd on Nick Fusco here tonight, as he's done a lot of the scoring for the Doane offense, and a nice defensive play by Hawaii with the block. Gallagher on the inbounds, inside to Jake Parrish. Back outside, Gant thinking about a 3. Colin Parrish, and Hawaii called for the goaltending. But still, great defensive awareness to at least get up there and try to challenge the shot. As add 2 to the scoreboard, Cinnaminson within 2 with 3.5 to go here in the third. Nick Fusco driving to his left. Alley-oop is up and slammed home by Doane Hawaii. What a play for Doane as Cinnaminson tries to answer for three. And you can feel the energy rising in this gym. This is Alston on the break. Got it and one. What a sequence for Doane. And they open up a 6-point lead here late in the third quarter. I guess all you need is one alley-oop to start creating separation in this ball game. It's been back and forth all night. As Doane opens up their largest lead of the night at 6. Foul called on Colin Parrish, his first, as Alston puts it home for the 3-point play, and Doane is in business. On the fast break for three, no good. Rebound to Nick Fusco. He was thinking full court pass there. Why not? Everything working for the Spartans here in the third quarter. Fusco pulls up. Too strong. Hawaii almost got it on the board. Rebound to Gantz. Trying to cut into the lead. That's wide left for Colin Parrish. Offensive rebound, though, for Cinnaminson. The second chance opportunities are valuable. Trailing by 7. Screen comes from Gallagher. The two-man game works to perfection for the Pirates. And Fusco driving just short, right in front of the cup. And a rebound to Cinnaminson. Gant loses it, gets it back. Good defense there by Alston to get his hand in the passing lane. Gant will reset. Going baseline, Hawaii gets his hand in there. Good defense by Doane Hawaii, the junior. Manning the middle for Doane. Open three, too strong, long rebound to Josh Daly. Fusco to Fusco, and Ant Fusco hits the baseline jumper. Now a 7-point lead again for Doane, matching their largest lead of the ball game. High off the glass. Layup is good by Jake Parrish. So despite everything that has gone on, it's still a 5-point ball game. But with the sequence that Doane had, you would think it'd be a double-digit lead right now with the alley-oop and the and-ones. And Fusco hitting some of those threes earlier, but Cinnaminson still in this ball game, very much so, as we wind down the final moments of the third. Gant, pump fake. A good veteran move by Sadi Gant. Granted, he is still an underclassman, but showing some veteran poise there to get the foul called from beyond the arc. And that's been the debate, really, mostly in the NBA. The last offseason, they are trying to pay more attention to players when they do pump fakes like that. Do they lean into the defender? Players like Trae Young in the NBA, Lou Williams back in the day, got a lot of foul calls by leaning into defenders. That's exactly what Gant did there, or it's debatable if he did it or he didn't. Wish we could have brought you some replay on that to take another look. As some substitutions now. Zion Foy back into the game. Headed to the bench is Colin Parrish. And Mike McDevitt in for Cinnaminson as well, as they do call that a 2. For the Pirates, 1 of 2 at the line, a 4-point game with 32 seconds to go. Good ball game here from Burlington. Ant Fusco for 3. Hawaii, the offensive board. Foul is called. And it looks like they will call this one on 22. Mike McDevitt doing all he can to try and get that defensive board. As Hawaii, the junior, has been an amazing presence here in the third quarter for this Doane offense and defense. Couple blocks, you'll remember, the alley-oop. And trying to help Doane keep this lead here as we approach the final quarter of play. Second free throw is good. And we assume, yeah, we haven't seen Shane Congleton in this third quarter. Might just be because he might get some varsity action here in the second part of our doubleheader, coming up at 5:30. As Gant and Cinnaminson will hold for one last shot. Step back three for Gant, no good off the front of the rim, and that is how the third quarter will end. As that is Sean Gallagher, who might have done something to his ankle, limped off the floor, so they'll take a look at him as at the end of 3, Doane, an impressive third quarter. They lead 48-42, the final 8 minutes coming up after this break. On to the fourth quarter here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Ethan Carpenter with you in the first game of our doubleheader. Here in the JV matchup, Doane leads by 6. Entering the final frame, elbow jumper no good. As Nick Fusco still at the controls at point guard for Doane. Congleton getting his first action of the second half. He checks in. And Miles Clement makes his return. Congleton for 3, short. Olivieri on the offensive boards, can't corral it. Cinnaminson on the move. Zemecki. Here's Foy, blocked by Hawaii. Good defense by the junior again. Short pull up, no good for Matt McCloskey. Congleton, Nick Fusco from beyond the arc. Another one for Nick Fusco. Tacks some more on as a 9-point lead opens up for Doane. Off the screen, McDevitt. And travel. Or no, I believe offensive 3 seconds is the call, so a turnover for Cinnaminson. Believe they caught Matt McCloskey in the lane for a little too long as Clement will check out for Doane. And Josh Daly, number 10, will get some minutes here in the fourth quarter. Fusco setting things up. Congleton on the far side. Olivieri with the entry pass. And another 3-second call. So back-to-back offensive 3-second violations. You don't really see that often. You more so see it on defense, but Both teams turning it over back to each other, and now Cinnaminson has it. Foy using the screen. Over to Parrish. Colin Parrish from beyond the arc. Short. Hawaii the board. Olivieri inside the three-point arc, pulls up and knocks it down, and Doane will open up their first double-digit lead of this ball game. It's been a game that's been back and forth, a one-point game for much of the late first half and really early second half as well, but Doane had a really nice sequence in the third quarter with the alley-oop, couple threes from Nick Fusco, and good fast break play to open this ball game up. Olivieri. So Cinnaminson maybe rushing a few shots here, just trying to get something on the board before this thing, or before this deficit gets a little out of hand. Hawaii takes the feed inside. Good footwork and a nice pass by Fusco. And a 13-point lead now. Zemecki for three. Right on the money, and now a 10-point ball game, and Chris Scott will talk it over with his squad. So still a double-digit lead. We'll take a quick break for the final stretch of this JV ball game from Doane Academy. Final stretch here from Doane Academy. First half of a play-by-play Productions doubleheader. As Congleton takes it up for Doane. Trying to put this one away here. Again, a 1-1 record for Doane Academy. They got a win over Medford Tech a few weeks ago and then lost to Pemberton. Trying to pick up a nice win in league play here tonight. Foy, a hesitation move going to his left. Pirates looking for a shot. They might have one there. No, the layup is short, and Congleton pushes for Doane. Free throw line jumper, no good. Foy at the controls for Cinnaminson. Moving on the fast break, up and in and one. Just what the Pirates needed. McCloskey will go to the free throw line with an attempt at the three-point play. And so the Pirates get it to a 7-point game. Foul on that one was on Olivieri. My apologies, I've been saying Olivieri. So my apologies on the pronunciation. Olivieri with his first. Fusco inside to Miles Clement. Clement, good footwork inside and gets the shooter's roll. Good soft touch. by Miles Clement as another and one opportunity. Again, it's Matt McCloskey. So the Pirates are not done yet with 3 minutes left in this ball game. So another three-point play. So 6 quick points for Cinnaminson, and it's a 6-point ball game. Oliveri trying to find room. Inside to Daly, cannot corral it. Cinnaminson's defense tightening up here in the late going. Foy for 3, long. That would have really changed things here, approaching the 2.5-minute mark in the final quarter of play. Congleton driving right, and the lefty floater is good for the freshman. Huge bucket for Doane. They take an 8-point lead now. And baseline drive foul is called on Oliveri, trying to get the block there. Just don't want to let the Pirates get any easy buckets here down the stretch. Make them earn it at the free throw line. It's going to be Mike McDevitt. Third foul called on Josh Daly on that one. As play is whistled dead. I'm not sure what the conversation is here. Far side, both coaches talking with one of our referees here tonight. And I think the discussion was whether this is a 1-and-1 or if it's the double bonus, but it shouldn't matter because, I mean, by my angle, it looked like McDevitt was in a shooting motion on that one. So it should be 2 at the line, and it is. First one is good. As Hawaii checks in, Miles Clement will head to the bench. Second free throw, no good for McDevitt. As it remains now a 3-possession game. Congleton, the cross, looking for Hawaii, and the pass was a little off. But a good thought there from Shane Congleton to try and set the offense up with an easy bucket. As a timeout on the floor as we are just under 2 minutes to go. It's a 7-point game. Stay with us at Play by Play Productions. .155 to go. It's a 59-52 game. Cinnaminson has to get working, and over and back is the call. Andrew Zemecki got caught off the inbounds, and the Pirates looking to get a late sub. Zemecki will head to the bench, and Jake Parrish will check in. One more basket could do it for Doane. Who will it be courtesy of? Fusco pulls up from the elbow. No, Hawaii, nice offensive board. Reaching high, foul is called. Doane, Hawaii controlling the offensive boards here in the fourth quarter, really the whole second half. First is good for the junior, and we'll see what Cinnaminson counters with. No substitutions. Both teams staying put with what they have on the floor with a minute and a half left and a near turnover. Colin Parrish able to save it and keep it in bounds. McDevitt, a pump fake over to Parrish for three. Cinnaminson really needed that, and all of a sudden, things looking good for the home Spartans. Foy from downtown, and that was sorely needed for Cinnaminson. They cut it to 6 with a minute left. So now it's a game of strategy for both these coaches. 61-55. As we will take a quick break before we see how the final minute unfolds from Doane. So Doane will have it on the baseline here. Huge three-pointer by Zion Foy to get this to a 6-point game. Pirates need a stop. Congleton behind his back, working to the free throw line. Floater no good, and a nice block there by Jake Parrish. Huge defensive play. Foy, three is up, no good for McDevitt. And now a foul in transition, a smart foul by Zion Foy. And with the way that Nick Fusco has been pushing things in transition tonight, I gotta think Doane would have had a good chance at a layup there. So here's Congleton on the inbounds, trying to get the offense moving. Fusco driving to his left. And the foul's called on McDevitt. So Fusco to the line. Again, his first game back from his ACL injury. Very talented player, has played very well tonight, both ends of the floor. He's done a good job playing defense on Zion Foy. First free throw was good. And a lot of Fusco's impact on the offensive end has been from beyond the arc. Second free throw, no good. Still a 7-point game. Pretty much all threes you're going to be looking at here for Cinnaminson as it goes off the leg of Parrish out of bounds. And that may just about do it with 26 seconds left and a 7-point lead for Doane. Fusco. And the reach in. Head coach Chuck Casey talking to his Pirates squad, telling them to, I think they tried to pull off a trap there, but it just didn't work. As Nick Fusco right back to the free throw line, knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. So again, stick around here, same link. We're going to have the varsity game tip off at 5:30, It may not be exactly at 5:30, just depending on what the refs decide to do here in terms of warm-ups and everything. But, again, same link, so we'll just put the thumbnail up, and the audio will come off, but stay on this link for the varsity game coming up at 5:30. As travel called on Cinnaminson, and that will do it for the JV game here tonight. So storylines in this one for Doane in the second half. Don Hawaii was phenomenal. Again, if you didn't see the alley-oop, you'll be seeing it on social media. The alley-oop pass from Nick Fusco to Hawaii, who slammed it home. And that was part of a stretch in the third quarter where Doane went from trailing to taking as large as a 13-point lead in this ball game. But Cinnaminson tried to mount a comeback. They got it to within 7 points. Actually 5 points at one time. As both teams now bringing in some members of the bench. But how about Nick Fusco again, returning from his injury. Great game here tonight. Miles Clement had some nice baskets inside for the Spartans as well. As Fusco's second free throw, no good. Good fight here from the Pirates, and the layup is up and good for Cinnaminson, Colin Parrish, and that will do it. So our final score here from Burlington, it's Doane Academy 64 and Cinnaminson 57. The Doane JV team will move to 2-1 on the season. So we will take a quick break. The varsity game on this same stream will get started here in about 15 minutes, live on Play by Play Productions. And we welcome you back to Doane Academy, live on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. The second game of our doubleheader here tonight, the varsity matchup between the Cinnaminson Pirates and the Doane Academy Spartans. Ethan Carpenter bringing you the action here tonight. Ethan Lefowitz on camera for us, helping us out. As first possession, turnover for Doane. Starters tonight, Sean Hargrove, Jason Njoga, Elijah Smiley, Alfredo Adesa, and Mike Evans, the 5 for Doane. And then Drew Harvey, Jalen Roberts, Cam Mott, Adam Horner, and Noah Harvey, the starters for Cinnaminson. Hargrove has the rebound. He'll push for Doane. Up top to Adesa. Able to bring it down. Adesa no good. And Njoga on the offensive boards. And the Pirates pull it away. Drew Harvey ahead, the freshman. And attempting a strong finish at the rim. Good defense by Sean Hargrove to impede the shot. It's an open 3 for Evans. It's a huge part of his game. No good. Rebound to Joel Blayman. And Adesa is able to put it in for the first basket of the game for Doane Academy. So here's Noah Harvey, one of the two freshmen, the freshman twins. Noah Harvey and Drew Harvey in the backcourt for Cinnaminson. They've been huge this year, two of the leading scorers on this team, as a 3 is up and no good for Adam Horner. And foul called on the Spartans. Working on the offensive glass is Cam Mott. So again, if you didn't see the JV game, Doane walked away with the win, pulling away in the second half. Good activity by the Doane defense. An open 3, no good. Offensive rebound. It's the other Harvey twin, Noah Harvey, off the miss from his brother. And we're tied at 2 now early in this ball game. Hargrove to Smiley. Adesa, who has really good vision for a front court player. Hargrove to the corner. Evans will take another 3. Too strong. Long rebound to the Pirates. Joel Blayman pushes it ahead. Noah Harvey. Drew Harvey from downtown. You bet. And the first 3 of the ball game, courtesy of the Cinnaminson Pirates. Adesa, free throw line, pulls it down. And offensive 3 seconds is the call. So I think they're going to get Jason Njoga for the 3-second call. We saw that call in the JV game quite a bit as well. Again, not a common call in basketball. And off the turnover, here's Cinnaminson. Drew Harvey to Noah Harvey from downtown. Too short. Off the left side of the rim, Elijah Smiley pulls it down for Doane. Hargrove in transition. Hesitation. Strong finish at the glass. No good. Rolls around the rim. Drew Harvey out with it in transition. Pulls up from the baseline. No good. And Doane not able to corral it. Cinnaminson will keep possession. But you see the Harvey twins, both of them able to really turn defense into offense very, very quick. As Njoga gets his hands in on the inbounds pass. Cinnaminson keeps it though. Harvey. And kick ball, it will stay with Cinnaminson. Evans working on Harvey. Jumper blocked. Adesa, good defense there. Up ahead to Elijah Smiley on the fast break. And good defense there going straight up by Noah Harvey, but to no avail. A bucket for Doane. Cam Mott falls to the floor for Cinnaminson. Call is on Elijah Smiley, his first foul here in the early going. So 2 fouls for Doane. Cinnaminson yet to commit 1. Here's Mott with Adeza glued to him. Mott trying to go to the lefty hook shot, gets his own miss, goes back up. And you see the impact of Alfredo Adeza on the defensive end, and Sean Hargrove rips down the rebound. Hargrove, double team comes to him. Adeza thinking about a three. He'll pull up from beyond the arc. No good. Drew Harvey from downtown. And Smiley has the rebound. This is Hargrove again. He likes driving to his left there. Oh, nice pass to Njoga inside and a strong finish. That's how you work the two-man game, and Doane takes the lead here in the early going. Njoga coming off a nice game against Pemberton where he played great defense on one of the Pemberton Hornets stars, Cameron Downs. Wide open three for Blaman, but no good. Njoga, oh, what a pass to Evans. Squares up for three. And now a 4-point lead for Doane. Great vision by Jason Njoga, the senior. Blaman drives to his left, hangs in the air, and there's the defense from Adeza again. Smiley on the fast break, and the flex. 11-5, Doane leads. And timeout, Cinnaminson. It's just under 3 minutes to go. It's a 6-point lead for the home Spartans. We'll be back after this. So early timeout for the Pirates, trailing 11-5. Second half of the Play-by-Play Productions doubleheader, varsity action between Cinnaminson and Doane. Doane going on a little bit of a run to take the lead, opened up a 6-point cushion as this is Smiley playing defense on Harvey. Zion Ingram Moore, his first minutes of the night. And Hargrove emerges with it for Doane. Hargrove to Njoga, to Smiley. Tries to go up strong. Adeza's right there on the offensive glass and puts it in. Second chance points have been the name of the game for Doane here early. No one there to receive that pass. Evans all alone on the fast break. Evans lays it up and lays it in. A double-digit lead for Doane. Ingram Moore with Evans on him. Mott calling for it on the left block. He won't get it. Smiley with the steal. Good awareness by Elijah Smiley. And Adeza off the defense by Adam Horner at half court for Cinnaminson. Called for the foul. Substitution, that's Ryan Hoban. His first action tonight for Cinnaminson, as Cam Mott will leave the game. Smiley, open, corner, three, nothing but net. 18-5, the Doane offense coming alive here early. Again, Doane undefeated coming into this game. They've had a couple division wins already, trying to add to that here tonight. Their win over Pemberton in their last matchup, a huge win as Hargrove gets his hand in on that shot. So this team is riding high at 3-0 this season. Evans, hand in his face, no problem for Mike Evans from beyond the arc. 21 points in the first quarter for Doane. Ingram Moore at the controls. Back to Drew Harvey. He'll pull things out. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Floater for Harvey, no good. Rebound to Smiley. Elijah Smiley's been great on the glass here in the first quarter. And Joga driving left. Count it and one. Jason and Joga. One of the keys Coach Williamson told me for Doane before the game is use your athleticism and your size to your advantage. And you just see how physical Doane has been with finishing at the rim. And in Joga, just the latest example there. In the waning seconds of the first, Ingram Moore on the drive to Harvey. Drew Harvey looking for the screen. Hargrove, great defense. Staying glued to his man. It's an open three for Blayman. That one's no good. Adeza will keep it in his own hands. Time running out in the first, and a travel is called. So Adeza trying to set his feet to beat the buzzer here in the first quarter. Fractions of a second left, and Adam Horner will check in for the Pirates, but it's going to be hard to get a shot off here at all. Is a final heave to end the first by Noah Harvey's no good. So it was back and forth for maybe the first 2 minutes of this quarter, and then Doane really poured it on. They have a 24-5 lead after one quarter on Play-by-Play Productions. Second quarter here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Ethan Carpenter with you here tonight. A 24-5 lead here in the second half of our Play-by-Play doubleheader. This is Noah Harvey at the controls for Cinnaminson. Shuffled his feet, travel is the call, much to the delight of the Doane bench. So we'll see how the two freshman twins, Noah Harvey and Drew Harvey, respond here on the road. Granted, no fans in attendance here tonight, so less crowd noise, but still on the road trailing by 19. A tough task ahead for Cinnaminson. Evans, pump fake, thinking about the step back. Had a couple threes there in the first. And Joga for three off the screen, too short. Noah Harvey on the rebound. Ingram Moore pulls up, gets his own miss. Good job on the boards there. And Drew Harvey from beyond the arc, a much-needed three for the Pirates. They were held scoreless throughout the last few minutes there of the first quarter. Finally getting back on the board thanks to Drew Harvey. Evans thinking about it. Drew Harvey right there. An offensive foul is the call. It's tough to see from this angle. Maybe it was an elbow from Mike Evans. Only his first foul. 3 team fouls for Doane, 2 for Cinnaminson here early in the second quarter. Ingram Moore. Open 3, up and in. 2 straight threes for Drew Harvey. As Chris Hoagland, first time in the ball game, taking it up for Doane. Lot more energy coming from the Cinnaminson bench as out of bounds, the heel of Mike Evans touched the line, and the Pirates will get it back. So all of a sudden, 2 threes from their freshman point guard and a turnover. And Cinnaminson right back in this thing. Pull up from Noah Harvey, too strong. And fighting on the boards there was Ryan Hoban, couldn't get the board. Adeza. Pass for 3, Smiley, no. Too strong. Drew Harvey clears for the Pirates. Harvey to the corner, 3 is up, no good, and Joga's gonna be called for the foul from beyond the arc, and Adam Horner's gonna get 3 free throws at the line. So that's the first foul on Jason and Joga here. And first is no good for Horner. Horner was a huge part of the rotation off the bench last year for Cinnaminson, getting a lot more minutes this year, has been playing well. And he's an important name because this Cinnaminson roster has a lot of young players, not many returning players on this team. As a matter of fact, 7 seniors left from last year's team. The only one left is Jalen Roberts, number 33. As Hargrove emerges off the missed free throw from Horner, he goes 1 of 3 at the line. Adeza pulls up from the elbow, and that's good. See the great offensive game from Alfredo Adeza. Drew Harvey thinking about another 3. He's already got 2. Adeza, though, right there. Ingram Moore turns the corner. Back to Horner for 3. Short. Hargrove on the push. And he'll pull up from beyond the arc. So missed 3s back and forth for both teams as we are just under 5 minutes to go here in the second, as off the pump fake, Drew Harvey takes the contact. Foul is called. Good sportsmanship there by Alfredo Adeza to make sure he's okay. Evans will leave the ball game for Doane. Huge from beyond the arc. And now into the game for the first time in varsity, Nick Fusco was the player of the game for JV. As Ingram Moore's 3 is too strong. So now with Fusco back from injury, you're going to see Coach Williamson really experiment with some new lineups. And we'll see how that reflects itself on the scoreboard. The extra pass over to Adeza. Strong finish up and 1. So you see the length there from Adeza. So the basket is good. Everyone kind of paused for a second there. Foul is called on Adam Horner. It's his second foul. And now Ingram Moore will check out for Cinnaminson. Joel Blaman back into the ball game. And now one of the two-way players for Cinnaminson, Sadi Gantz. Number 5 into the game for the Pirates. So both coaches experimenting with their lineups here as Edessa completes the three-point play. A 17-point lead for Doane. Though not their largest lead, it's been actually a good second quarter here for Cinnaminson trying to fight back. Noah Harvey on the drive. Gant. And block is the call. Fouls, looks like it's going to go on Sean Hargrove. Good athleticism there by Sadi Gant to sort of get his way around Hargrove and draw the foul there. Now the foul is actually going to go on Chris Hoagland, his first foul. And now offensive fouls to call. As you may have picked up there on our mic, illegal block was the call on that play. On our mic here courtside from Doane Academy. Hargrove outside, Nick Fusco for three. Trying to pick up where he left off in the first game of our doubleheader. Gant with the board. Drew Harvey with Njoga on him. He'll pull up from beyond the arc. Looking for his third three of the ball game. Edessa fighting for the offensive board. Gant gets it. And he'll head to the line for two. So now Alfredo Edessa called for the technical foul. Wasn't able to haul in the defensive board. And he slammed the basketball after the foul called on him on the drive from Sadi Gant. So it'll be two, or it'll be one at the line for Gant, and then two more. So an opportunity for Cinnaminson to, again, cut into this deficit. So now the technical free throw, courtesy of Drew Harvey, after Gant went 0 for 2 at the line. So 16-point deficit now for Cinnaminson, and he'll get 2 at the line. My apologies. So again, this possession, a great opportunity for Cinnaminson. After a rough first quarter, they're making a little bit of inroads here in the second quarter, still with work to do. Harvey to Harvey. Noah Harvey driving baseline. Blocked by Hargrove. Harvey another attempt at a three, and Joga rising high for the rebound. Ball is loose. And Harvey comes away with it, and Noah Harvey puts it in. 3 minutes left in the second. 11-5, Cinnaminson outscoring Doane here in the second quarter, and they force another turnover. Needing some offense, Mike Evans will check back into the ballgame for Dan Williamson. Blayman loses control, turnover, Doane gets it back. You see the good defense there by Sean Hargrove, a senior leader on this team, always putting an effort on the defensive end of the floor. He directs traffic, drives to his right, charge is called. Sadi Gant, the underclassman, draws the offensive foul. It's Hargrove's first foul, so late in the first half for Hargrove to only have one foul. That's good news for Coach Williamson. Harvey turns the corner. Again, pump fake. Cinnaminson working the perimeter. A lot of three-point shooters on this team trying to get an open look. And nice drive. What an angle there by Noah Harvey. Now down to 11. Hawaii back out to Hargrove and too high. Elijah Smiley into the ballgame for Doane. And some recent substitutions. Mott trying to use some footwork. Hargrove, good defense. Steals it, spins out. Hargrove in transition. Pass to Smiley. Easy money for Doane. Blayman, hesitation to Mott inside. Mott looking for the angle. And good defense there by Hawaii. Hargrove, another spin. He likes that spin move, looking for Hawaii inside. Got a little crowded on the left block there. Turnover. Cinnaminson will get it back as Adeza off his technical foul a few minutes ago will check back in. Harvey, step back three, too strong. Adeza and Njogo right there, both of them primed for that defensive board as Evans emerges for Doane. Holding a 13-point lead under 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Doane looking to stay undefeated this year. 3-0 record. Hargrove to Njogo. Too strong. Doane will keep it. But again, the two veterans on this team, Njogo and Hargrove, you see how they can just feel each other out. They know where they are on the floor. As now the Pirates going to bring Mott back into the game, and Drew Harvey will check out. Harvey's been great from beyond the arc for the Pirates here in the second quarter to pull them to within 13. Adeza, Smiley. Jump stop, looking for Evans. Foul is the call. Blayman and Evans both going for it on the far side. And only the fifth team foul for Cinnaminson, so a side out for Doane. Pirates doing a good job staying out of foul trouble. Njogo under 10 seconds to go in the first half. He'll spin baseline. Foul is the call. It'll be the body on Mott, I believe. Actually, no, the foul is on Sadi Gantz. So the foul's not on Mott. Adeza going to his left, pulls up from beyond the arc, no good. Fight for the rebound inside. Jump ball's the call, the possession arrow in the direction of Doane. So Evans on the inbounds, another opportunity for Doane to get something before halftime. Hargrove from beyond the arc, no good, too strong. And the score will remain Doane 31, Cinnaminson 18, as we will take a break for halftime here from Burlington. And we welcome you back for the second half from Doane Academy, live on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Ethan Carpenter with you tonight. Ethan Lefowitz on camera for us as well. So a couple Ethans here tonight bringing you this broadcast. Doane leads 31-18, opening the second half, as Horner will take its strong drive inside. Hargrove able to get the rebounds. Really, the story of this game was the first quarter, Doane pulling ahead a 24-5 lead heading into the second frame of action. But then in that second quarter, Drew Harvey with a couple of threes from beyond the arc and some good defense by Cinnaminson, who only surrendered 7 points in the second quarter, and that's how we've gotten to this point tonight. Two division rivals going at it, as Adeza on the hesitation will pull up from inside the arc, no good. Noah over to Drew Harvey. Driving baseline. Blamin hanging high and is able to get it in. Down to an 11-point game now. Hargrove from beyond. He likes that spot on the floor. Too strong there. Inside out dribble from Noah Harvey. Drew Harvey looking for space. Thinking about the three. So far, good ball movement on offense for Cinnaminson. Horner steps back for three. And no, they're going to call that a two, just inside the three-point line. But nonetheless, Cinnaminson back within single digits. Hargrove trying to stop the run. And off the glass and in. Sean Hargrove. He's had a good game here tonight. Patient on the offensive side of the floor and has really delivered some pressure on defense. Travel call. Noah Harvey took the extra step. If you have a moment here, subscribe to our YouTube page. We're going to be doing a lot of the Doane games here in the coming weeks. I believe the next time we'll be back here, or tomorrow we'll have a broadcast, and then we'll have some broadcast with commentary on the 18th, I believe. So we're going to be back here at Doane Academy. Again, they made the announcement, no fans, as in Joga, nice strong move inside. But we'll be carrying a lot of games here this season. Dangerous pass for Cinnaminson. They're able to break through. Adeza, what a block. But right there on the offensive boards is Joel Blamin. And now Drew Harvey heading to the bench. Maybe an injury, looked like possibly a back injury, lower back. His coaching staff will take a look at him. It's a 35-24 lead for Doane. Hargrove, tough finish inside, and Sean Hargrove, a couple of buckets here to help Doane extend their lead. You see that zone defense from Cinnaminson. Coach Williamson expected that here tonight, as fadeaway jumper is good for Noah Harvey. So far, though, here in the second, Hargrove and company navigating that defense well. Hargrove again off the offensive boards, too short, and Joga's right there with Adeza. And falling to the floor, Adam Horner. Foul is called. So when teams run a zone like that, you want to get to about the free throw line. It's kind of the spot where you want to be to initiate the offense, and Hargrove doing a good job of that, as that three is up and in for Elijah Smiley. That one turned over by Hoban. Hargrove looking for the call. No whistle. They'll play through. On the break, Harvey to Hoban. Horner step back over Hargrove for three. Adeza able to clean it up off the glass. Smiley, another three. It's a heat check for him. Hargrove trying to get the board. Blamin emerges on the fast break. Smiley undercuts the layup, and the foul's called on Elijah Smiley. So good job by Smiley to get back and at least be there to contest that wide-open fast break layup attempt for Ryan Hoban, who will get 2 at the line here. It's the second foul on Elijah Smiley. No good on the first. As Sadi Gantz is preparing to check in for Cinnaminson. He will check in for Hoban. So if he does make this free throw, he does. So Sadi Gantz will check in. Had some good minutes in the first half for the Pirates. Able to get to the free throw line. And you see one of the strong points of Gantz's game is to get to the rim. As Smiley inside to Njoga, loses control, able to regain, and a travel is called. It's impressive by Njoga to at least keep his footing there and get a shot attempt up, but refs say he shuffled his feet. Horner. Ingram Moore pushes it ahead, Gant to the rim, and just like I mentioned about a minute ago, Gant has a knack for getting to the rim, and he'll go to the line for 2 here. Foul called on Adeza. He has 3 now, so given it's the second half, can't imagine Coach Williamson will send Adeza to the bench. Obviously, the rule of thumb is usually if a player has more fouls than the quarter you're in, that's when you think about taking them out. So if Adeza would have had 4 fouls here in the third quarter, it'd maybe be a cause for pause for Coach Williamson. Here's Hargrove. Smiley was open, but Blayman able to close space. Good defense by Blayman. He'll push it on the break. Ingram Moore has it on the left block. Spins out a 3 for Horner. You bet. Cinnaminson within single digits now, approaching the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Hargrove, a no look to Evans. And you have to respect Evans no matter how far beyond the arc he is. And Njoga's short. Rebound to Horner off the huge 3. Blayman will push it in transition. Ingram Moore corrals it. Harvey step back jumper. Just short. Hargrove to Evans. Evans up, foul. A charge is called. Horner steps in and absorbs the contact. And the energy coming now from the Cinnaminson side of the court. As Coach Williamson calls a full timeout, he'll talk it over. As that is the 3rd foul on Mike Evans. 9-point game. We'll be back. We're back here in the back half of the third quarter. 40-31, 9-point lead for Doane, but they've led by as many as 19 in this ball game. Ingram Moore behind his back at the free throw line. Evans on Ingram Moore. Ingram Moore drives right, tough angle, gets the call. And the foul is now on Evans. Coach Williamson takes a look at the score, but it's the 4th foul on Mike Evans. So now it's going to be a tough decision for Coach Williamson. Looks like he's going to sub in Nick Fusco. who I presume will come in for Evans. Yes, he will. So still, you're subbing out Mike Evans' three-point shooting, but you're getting a great three-point shooter back on the floor as well with Nick Fusco. As the Pirates go 2 for 2 at the line, 40-33. This game is tightening up here in the second half. Smiley to Njoga. Good ball movement here by Doane. Coach Williamson asked for it in the timeout. More ball movement. This Cinnaminson defense is here to play. Hargrove at the controls. Looking for space. Loses it. Taken away by Blaman. Blaman quick ahead. Oh, good defense by Elijah Smiley. Congleton in the game for the first time. Up ahead to Njoga. And a slam. Gant the other way. So back and forth we go with this fast break offense. Didn't even have time to comment on that slam from Njoga. What a play. Since that timeout, the intensity has ramped up here from Burlington. Fusco from beyond, too strong. And foul is called on Ingram Moore. He can't believe it. Didn't get to see a good look at that. It was on the far side. As now Congleton, the freshman, will send it in for Doane. Fusco for three. So he's getting the looks you would want, just can't get him to go down. Ingram Moore on the fast break. Fusco steps in the passing lane. Oh, a no-look pass for Smiley, and Smiley was not ready for it, but you gotta like the thought there by Nick Fusco. And that's what Doane needs right now with the ball movement. They need easy buckets to keep this lead because Cinnaminson is ramping up the intensity. Horner. Thinking about the pump fake on Njoga. He stays home. Njoga trying to take it away. Blaman. Nice move inside, and he'll go to the free throw line for two. So Cinnaminson been regulars at the free throw line here in the second half. Doane already with 5 team fouls. And only 1 for the Pirates. So good defense by the road team, just not fouling. Quite impressive. First free throw, no good for Blaman. Second free throw, good for Joel Blaman. A 6-point game. Congleton tries to get one inside, taken away by Horner. Fast break, Euro step, short. Congleton, tough play inside. And the freshman comes away with an impressive sequence, getting some minutes here on Varsity tonight. Njoga, corner to Congleton for 3. No good. Smiley fighting for it with Gant under the rim. And Doane will keep it with 3 seconds left here in the third quarter. So timeout called as Coach Williamson will try to draw up a play for the final play here in the third quarter. So crucial moment here if Doane is able to convert, pushing this to an 8 or 9 point game here going into the fourth. Could mean a lot, and what's been a pretty actually low scoring game overall. A lot of it because Cinnaminson held only 5 points in that first quarter. And for a team that's so young like Cinnaminson to fight back like this, and really all these league games are great experience. As Fusco looking on the inbounds. Congleton from the corner. It is blocked by Blaman. Good closeout defense there, and it will remain a 6-point game going into the fourth. Going to be an exciting final 8 minutes of action. Stay with us on Play-by-Play Productions. Fourth quarter of action between these two league division rivals on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Cinnaminson within 6, but not if Mike Evans has anything to say about it. Deep 3 makes it a 9-point game. Again, Ethan Carpenter with you. Go ahead and give us our YouTube channel, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram at Play-by-Play Productions. You'll see a lot of the best highlight plays from this game posted there here in the upcoming week as Harvey answers. So back and forth threes to start the final quarter of action. See the action from this Doane offense trying to get Evans open as Adeza inside, wide to the left. Here's Harvey pushing. Gant able to gather himself inside, and that one is deflected out of bounds by Doane. Horner knocks it in. It's a 3-point game. Pirates storming back. Under 7 minutes to go in the final quarter. Evans, he'll try and answer, and he will. Mike Evans, are you kidding? From the volleyball line. It's been a game of threes here in the fourth quarter. Can Harvey answer himself? Another one, up and in. Ryan Hoban, nothing but net. What an electric start to this fourth quarter by both teams. Hargrove steps back, rises, short. A one-possession game, the Pirates have it back. And now Coach Williamson is going to apply the pressure on defense. Full court press for Doane. Gant over to Blayman. Hoban looking for space. Somehow Harvey's able to get out with that one. A floater by Blayman, no good. Gets his own miss. Oh, so close, but the Pirates have the offensive board. Blayman, Harvey. And good poise by the freshman to pull this one out and slow down the offense. And the Pirates will take a few to talk it over. So, wow, what a start to the fourth quarter. Back and forth on the threes. And it's full timeout for Cinnaminson, so we will take a break. It's going to be a great final 6 minutes here from Doane Academy. So a timeout for the Pirates here just to regain some composure after quite a few offensive rebounds. Trying to tie this game up on this possession. They will with a 3. They've trailed by as many as 19 in this ball game. Gant, Horner, 3, short. Hoagland, the nice board for Doane. Evans, another 3, short. Hoban pulls it down. Harvey spins left, foul called. Strong move by Noah Harvey. So it's the 4th foul there on Mike Evans, who, with it so late in the game, only 5 minutes left, he will stay out there, but he's going to need to be cautious. Noah Harvey to try and cut it to 2. He will. 48-46. The Pirates not going away without a fight. Hargrove steps into a 3. And Joga chasing down the offensive board, out of bounds. Cinnaminson gets it back. The 2 and 3 Pirates are coming off, they're on a 2-game win streak, coming off a huge win against Pemberton. Blayman pulls up from the elbow. In and out, Hargrove, the tough rebound. Adeza, right up the middle, soft touch off the rim, and they're going to call offensive basket interference on Jason and Joga. So it looked like that shot from Adeza was going to go in, and it did, but Njoga made contact with either the net or the rim. I couldn't exactly see, but that basket is waved off. Harvey to Horner. Hargrove right there, the double team from Hargrove and Hoagland as Harvey tries to float one up. No good. Evans will push it ahead. Hargrove. And 1 for Sean Hargrove. The senior comes through, and the team needs it most. And he'll look for one more at the line, as that's the 3rd foul on Adam Horner. Drew Harvey checks back in. You mentioned he had what looked like lower back pain early in the 3rd quarter. Took a seat on the bench for a while, but now he's back here for the home stretch of this one. They're going to need the twin brothers in the backcourt. The 2 freshmen leading the way as Hoagland. Looks like Hoagland got his foot on that one, so kickball. Possession will stay with Doane. Oh, what a back cut, and Adesa called for the goaltend. Zion Ingram Moore finds the soft spot in the defense, and it's back to a 3-point game with 4 minutes left. Adesa has a height advantage in the post over to Njoga. Oh, nice move by Jason Njoga. The pump fake, the finish. And we keep going between 5-point and 3-point game. Back and forth we go here with under 4 minutes to go. Blayman looking back door, taken away by Hargrove. Hargrove will do it himself. Up ahead, floats in 2. Coast to coast, Sean Hargrove. Harvey from beyond the arc, too strong. Adesa the board. A good sequence here for Doane as they try to get a cushion on this lead here in the final minutes. Hargrove will do it himself again, up and under, and he'll go to the line. So Hargrove doing a good job of breaking through that Pirate zone defense. putting his point guard skills on display is Sean Hargrove. First free throw is good. As Sadi Gant will check back in for Cinnaminson, and leaving the game is Adam Horner, who's hit quite a few shots for the Pirates here tonight. 9-point lead for Doane. And Coach Williamson moving away from that full court defense they used earlier, as the three is up and in for Noah Harvey. Six-point game, 3 minutes left. And both coaches utilizing their timeouts definitely for sure here. So 6 fouls on Doane right now, 4 for Cinnaminson. And like we mentioned, this is a huge game within this division. Cinnaminson, their 6th game of the season, trying to get to 500. Doane only 3-0 because they were supposed to have the holiday tournament here. And get a few more games on the schedule, but that was canceled due to the COVID outbreak here at Doane Academy. Had a handful of players testing positive, and out of precaution and wanting to keep everyone safe and healthy, that tournament was canceled. So this team was really, really just wanting to get back on the floor. And overall, have played very well tonight. Still work to do, though. Only leading by 6 as Hoagland floats inside. Lefty floater, no good. Harvey on a dangerous outlet pass is able to keep it. Harvey inside, and Joga, good defense at the rim. Hargrove up ahead. Got it. Sean Hargrove coming up large here in the fourth quarter for Doane. Ingram Moore pulls up from inside the three-point line, no good. Hargrove will do it himself again. It's the Sean Hargrove show here tonight. Three-point play for Sean Hargrove. It's an 11-point lead for the home Spartans. Horner will check back in for Cinnaminson. That is Drew Harvey heading to the bench for the Pirates. Blayman looking for room. Ingram Moore swinging around the perimeter. Harvey. Horner, 2 minutes to go. Pirates need to get moving. Wide left, Hargrove. Again trying to go coast to coast. Oh, a no look to Njoga, who can't finish there. Good work on the glass, though, and it'll go back to Cinnaminson. Just see the vision there by Sean Hargrove. No look pass, and Njoga was able to corral it. It's just a tough finish. There were a few Pirates there at the rim to defend him. As if you're Cinnaminson, you got to pretty much score every possession here on out. And nice back cut there by Ingram Moore, and one. So Ingram Moore has been very aware of that back cut here tonight. There's been several times where they actually missed him going to the rim. It's great basketball IQ. You can tell Zion Ingram Moore, very smart basketball player, knows where he is on the floor at all times. And that was a sorely needed bucket for this Pirates offense. Trying to cut this to an 8-point game with a minute and a half left. And now the full court pressure from Cinnaminson. Hargrove will try to break through. And foul called on Ingram Moore. Cinnaminson bench does not like that call. The only thing, though, if you're Cinnaminson, to have that foul called early, and the fact that they're not in the 1-and-1 bonus yet. Had a foul to give, so it could be worse. As Doane in no particular hurry, holding an 8-point lead. Evans on the no look, somehow gets to Smiley, and Smiley puts it in. Elijah Smiley back to a 10-point game. Drew Harvey trying to fight through the double team, and the foul is called. And they're going to get Hoagland, Chris Hoagland on the foul there. On the double team from Hoagland and Hargrove. It's going to be the third on Hoagland. And now 1-and-1 here for Drew Harvey. And Smiley gets the board, so that is a huge miss for Cinnaminson. As now Hargrove turns it right back over, so not over yet as Horner attacks, and no call. Refs say that went straight up as Horner was looking for the three-point play opportunity. Evans fires one down court. Smiley corrals it. Now a game of keep away here for Doane. Joga holds it high, and finally a foul called on the Pirates. Kind of worked out in Doane's favor. The Spartans were able to burn off maybe an extra 10 seconds on the clock, or close to that, really, just passing the ball around, and Cinnaminson not really fouling quick enough. So 1-and-1 opportunity here for Jason and Joga. Free throw is good, but a lane violation is called on Doane. Huge call there, so now the free throw will not count. And here's Cinnaminson. Harvey, step back three. No, and Joga with the board. And that may just about do it here from Doane Academy. An 8-point lead with 17 seconds left. And if you're Cinnaminson, allowing Noah Harvey to get the last shot, you do not complain about that. He's one of the best three-point shooters on this team. As Joga now with another opportunity at the 1-and-1. It's the first. And both free throws good for Jason and Joga. Horner looking for something from beyond the arc. No good. Evans pulls it down. And that is going to do it here from Doane Academy. So the Spartans get off to a 24-5 lead at the end of the first quarter. Cinnaminson fights their way back with good defense and great shooting from beyond the arc. But it's the senior, Sean Hargrove, that helps ice it down the stretch. And Doane Academy gets the win, 66-56, moving to 4-0 on the young season. So Doane added a basketball game here tomorrow, and I believe we are going to carry it tomorrow afternoon. We'll have more details to you later. But for now, on the Play-by-Play Sports Network, Play-by-Play Productions, Ethan Carpenter with you here tonight saying goodnight. Ethan Lefowitz on camera doing a great job for us. Doane gets the win. They're 4-0, and we will see you back here soon.